The to-do list for you don't stop. You stop to recharge.
I know how to make a smoothie, but I want the M&Ms.
People will spend more time browsing the thread count of their sheets they're about to purchase on Amazon than they'll spend, I wonder what nootropics I can take to optimize my mind and my focus and my mood. Happy Growth Day. Today is a day for encouragement. It's a day for hope. It's a day for readiness. It's a day for motivation. It's the day you say, you know what? I want to do better today. It's a day you say, you know what? I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to bring good energy. Today, like every day, is a great day to grow. So welcome to the Growth Day Morning Show.
Good morning, Brendon. Good morning, everyone. Happy Growth Day.
Listen, this week was all about Vision Week. And we talked about the mess when you're trying to start something. We talked about the challenges as you're chasing dreams for you and your family. We talked about my now famous blender. I literally just finished this. So this is what I do. I make it so thick that I eat it with a spoon, as usually I'm walking around the house or out on the balcony looking at the ocean, just like thinking of stuff. So it's, there it is. People were wondering, is that what you really do? I really do.
Right before we went live this morning, I saw Brendon holding the smoothie or the blender. And I said, is that the famous blender, the one you now run through your house in your underwear with? And your wife is like, what's going on? And you're like, I'm motivating people.
I'm inspiring.
That blender is now famous.
For those who are with us, we've been launching Growth Day, which is our whole new brand, bringing the best coaches in the world to you live every month, teaching you, training you, coaching you, being there for you, because I just believe we need a worldwide global community of people who are really encouraging. And look at the joy on this woman's face she's bringing you today. Oh, come on.
It's from the blender, like imagine. Actually, really fast, because people are going to ask this. Yes, I knew it. I knew it. I'm looking at everyone's comments live. Tell us really quick. I know we have so much to cover today. I'm so fired up, by the way, about how we're in the middle of Vision Week. And
we're at the end of Vision Week. We're at the end.
You can tell I'm in the middle of a book launch because I'm like, we're right in the middle of we're at the end of Vision Week, Friday. I'm so fired up. It's been such a good week. Brendon and I were just talking about this before we hopped on the show. I'm so grateful already that we chose to do this and to share our mornings all together in community, right? With everyone looking for a boost of joy and a boost of inspiration. And it's really hard to find that right now when we turn on the television. It's really hard to find that when we think about our circumstances and everything we're going through as a world. And so I think, you know what, like we want to carve grooves in our brain, and we want to, not forget that our hopes and dreams are alive and not forget where we're going. And so I love talking about Vision Week. But really fast, because I already see it in the comments, which I love so much. Thank you guys for commenting, and thank you for reposting. A lot of people need this boost of joy and inspiration. They don't know it exists because Brendon and I just kind of started going live and just said, let's do a Growth Day morning show. So anytime you spread the word, thank you so much for that. But so many people in the comments asking what I knew was about to happen. What is in the blender? How do you make, really fast, how do you make your morning smoothie? Is it the same every day?
This is pretty much the same every day. So it's coconut milk, 2 scoops of protein, which is plant-based protein, 30 grams of protein, a whole big handful of spinach, some added fiber, chia seeds, blueberries, avocado, a quarter of an apple slice. I think that was it. And then sometimes half a banana. Like half a banana is like, oh yeah, I'm going to work out, or I just finished working out. That's pretty much on the, and a big scoop of green stuff from amazing grasses like wheatgrass, spirulina, stuff like that. So it's a very green, like healthy, it's got all my stuff. It's got my fats from the avocado and the coconut milk and the chia. It's got my, my protein from the spinach and the protein supplement. It's got all that. Then I take HPX Optimized, which is my nootropic. So for those who like mental focus and clarity, I take 2 of those in the morning with this. And that's how I become this annoying so fast without a lot of coffee.
So one thing I was going to ask, because I know you've done so much research with everything you've gone through with brain injury and everything else, and created your supplements and all that. And just big picture, separate from like what's the science and the supplements, not just big picture, so I can stop eating M&Ms, just as extra motivation.
Yeah.
From your own research, your own everything, right? Can you talk about, if you don't fuel your body with a breakfast like what you just described, how do you feel differently, and how does it impact you? Like, do you notice it right away if you just like decide to eat crap for the morning?
Yeah. And you're asking me, not like the science, because I can tell you the science part
just
of that.
asking. Okay. Either way, whatever
Okay.
is the most applicable.
Yeah. So science is
away, who might be like me, going, I know how to make a smoothie, but I want the M&Ms.
Right. So the good news is I want the M&Ms. In the morning, you have M&Ms?
Not today, but last night I was up. We were up like all night, and we're packing out something for the book launch, right? So we were like 20 feet apart, double masked up, and you know, we're in the pandemic, so you kind of do everything yourself, right? So up all night packing up. Finally, Sarah, who you know, busted out this huge Costco thing of peanut M&Ms. And I was just like, and it like a few hours went by. By the end of the night, everyone was so tired, they were eating M&Ms. So anyways, my point is, I think if sometimes we know what happens then, right? When we make those decisions, not just like, oh, it made me feel good in the moment, but actually, how does it impact your day? And how does it impact, more craving, all those things. Yeah. Just asking for anyone out there who didn't have an amazing smoothie like you had this morning.
Yes. Well, let's talk about your everyday state of energy and where it comes from. We all know mindset stuff. If you've been with us in Growth Day, we cover the mindset stuff all the time. Like how to be more happy, how to be more energized by bringing the joy, by having reverence for life. I think that's the most important thing. Waking up, feeling motivated and energized for the opportunity to breathe today, the opportunity to serve the day, the opportunity to care for your kids, for your family, for your team, to do things you want to do today. Like this is just a huge part of the energy. But let's step outside of mindset and talk about biological factors. Your biological energy state throughout any given day is usually a result of the last 72 hours of sleep, rest, recovery, and fueling, aka eating, your nutritional plan, right? So listen, you've all felt one bad night of sleep before kind of hits you in the early afternoon. 3 bad nights of sleep, you're wrecked that afternoon, right? It's your energetic biological state. Always think about it. It's like a 3-day average. And that's why consistency in health routines is so key, right? And that's why it's so important that you definitely work out at least every other day if you want a heightened or sustained energetic state. So if you vary up a bunch of things over a 3-day period, that 4th day can really hit you hard. The 3-day average is the way to think about your biological state and energy. So huge. I cannot tell you how huge it is. But obviously, what's the biggest cofactor there is that last 24, 30 hours. So that's why we talk about having more morning routines. That's why we talk about getting outside. That's why we talk about eating well. That's why we talk about, one night of, 1 or 2 glasses of wine. Okay, 4 nights of that, and your energetic state is like, and you don't realize it because most people who are tired don't realize how extraordinarily tired they are. And people who have good energy have no realization of the rim in which they could hit if they actually went for high performance energy. If they said, I'm going to make this year the healthiest year of my life, what they would find after 3 months of even trying that the energy they feel on an everyday state is like, they thought their energy was going to improve, 2x. After months of trying a healthy routine, their everyday energetic state is like 10x. They're like, whoa. So whatever you think good energy feels like, my friends, I want to let you know, it's way better than you think. When you get like so much, you have no clue how good it feels to live life until you've been on a consistent health routine for months. It just takes that body reset to like months. But I hope that that's helpful in some ways. How do I do it? Like my energy is, we call it meds RX, right? You got to take your meds every day. Meditation, exercise, diet, sleep. Then R stands for relationships. Good people in your life are energizing biologically. We're social animals, right? Yeah. It's not just mental, we are social. And then X is your supplement routine, right? What your supplements are to make sure you balance out whatever it is that you aren't getting, or to repair the damage that you are doing, like from probiotics to, nootropics for your mind and how your brain operates, to making sure you're getting basics depending on what your workout routine is, or are you pregnant, or are you, like, whatever you're at, you need to make sure your supplement game is topped, like is just like on point. Like I think, you know what, Jamie? People will spend more time browsing the thread count of their sheets they're about to purchase on Amazon than they'll spend, I wonder what nootropics I can take to optimize my mind and my focus and my mood.
Yeah.
So they'll take they won't think about mood enhancement. They'll just think about, all these weird things people buy. I'm like, no, if you're going to spend time thinking about buying something, buy something to optimize your energy. Because when you do that, you feel so good. I have the ultimate unfair advantage of feeling so good so often that I outperform people who are way smarter than me. Okay, everybody, but you know what I mean? Like, everyone's smarter than me, but I'm just saying, it's like, it's unfair when you have joy and rest and wellness. Yeah. We know how important that is. And I don't pretend to make that easy, because Jamie said, I've had brain injuries. I've broken almost every bone in my body. I've had just every possible calamity in some way or another. So I feel mostly self-caused, my own problems. And I feel that it's such a good reminder. You can't fulfill the vision if you have no energy for the vision.
So good. So many people are writing in the comments, I wish I learned this in school, right? These are the things. That's probably why we're tempted to use your example, read about the thread count. Is this Egyptian cotton? And is this, but then when it comes to our own,
I knew you'd know more details. That was the whole detail I had. There's sheets and there's thread counts. I had no, I thank you for filling in this detail. You're so good at that.
No, it makes sense. And one thing I want to talk about too, just the idea, let me just pull an elementary idea out of that for myself, because maybe this will help someone else out there too. Just to use, because a lot of people typing in M&Ms, they're saying swap M&Ms for meditation, and
yes.
Yeah. And other people saying, I feel you on the M&Ms. So a lot.
They're also teaching me a lot about sheets right now. She's like, no, 400 count and all this other stuff.
But I think just the idea of, oh wow, if I make a choice that's not optimal for it's going to impact me, how I feel in 24 hours and in 72 hours. Yes. Like, it's literally going to affect my day 3 days from now is a big idea. Like, that's a big aha that I think is super powerful. And one more thing I want to share is people are asking for some tips as well, is, I do every single morning, I go for an hour walk.
Yes.
Every single morning. And I almost never want to. And what I do, it's literally my favorite part, one of my favorite parts of the day now. And what I do is I flip my mindset around it, because I get DMs in my Instagram every single day from people who are not able to walk or are no longer able to walk. I have people in my family who are differently abled and literally cannot go for a walk. And so what I did was, in my own mind, around your brilliant words, Brendon, about are you feeling the day? I flip it in my mind every morning and I go, wow, like I get to walk.
What a blessing.
I get to walk. And like, literally, right? And so many times we're so busy, we're going through the motions, we're all the things. And just reframing in our mind, like, wow, like when's the last time we even thought about what our legs feel like as we walk, and the fact that we get to take a step, and like, what does the ground feel like as our foot is coming down on it? And what is I try to walk outside almost every single morning, but it's like, what does the breeze feel like when it hits our skin? It's like all these little things we can do that are free that allow us to like feel the day. And even this morning, it's pouring down rain in Southern California, which is really rare. I'm like, all right. I walked in circles around my kitchen and my little living, literally for an hour. Literally
Nice.
just walked, and there's not that much space in the room I was walking in. It's a pretty small room. And I just walked for an hour because it's like, okay, I know. But what you just added to it for me was just the impact of what we do. The fact that I was packing books last night in these boxes, and the book launch is 3.5 weeks away, and I'm going 24/7. But the
Working so hard.
decision I made to eat peanut M&Ms with everybody out of this Costco peanut M&M, that will impact me for 3 days. For 3 days. And I need this energy. I have a lot of people to show up for. Doing a big insider launch group, right? So anyone who buys the book early gets into this like insider group with me. And I've never done that before. And I'm like, yesterday I showed up, I brought in a special guest. We literally did, and we talked for an hour and sobbed our eyes out, and just all of us, there's all these things going on, but like, that's what I need to show up for. So now when I'm
Yes.
tempted to grab the peanut M&Ms, now I'm thinking, oh, this is a 3-day decision on top of everything else it probably impacts. Thank you for that,
Yes.
Brendon.
Yes, your biological energy on any given day is a 3-day average. And so the good news is for everyone else to hear that too, because I don't want to be a downer. Everyone's like, oh no, the M&Ms, that can also, it's a 3-day average. So you're like, you don't have to hate yourself or beat yourself up because you have 2 more days to do healthy activities to hopefully compensate for the maybe not so good, right? So as an example, the M&M is going to spike blood sugar. It's going to change up your insulin. It's going to change how you sleep. It's going to change all those things depending on how many you eat. But you also have 2 days to repair yourself. That's why people, like even The Rock has a cheat day because he knows he can have a cheat day because he's got 2 other days. He's going to be so disciplined and so healthy. So his energy will be there. If I have alcohol as an example, I'm always thoughtful. I'm like, what is the next 2 days? So I'll like, if I'm going to drink, it's going to be like a Friday or Saturday because I don't want my Monday afternoon to dip. I want to be high performing throughout it. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, you're so disciplined, Brendon. I'm like, because I care about serving my family, because I care about you guys, because I care about the energy I bring out into the world. You get healthy often for other people. If it was just up to me, for those who are on Instagram, you can see my background. It's like, that's a beach 30 feet away. If it was just up to me, if my life was just like, if I was a selfish bastard, I would have pina coladas from noon to midnight every day. I would be unhealthy, unwell, unable to serve. It would not be a good situation. So optimize your health for service of others, to be a better mom, to be a better caregiver, to be a better leader. Because when your energy goes up, everybody around feels that. Like why Growth Day is like exploding? Because the energy we're bringing for you every day. Every day we bring this energy in Growth Day. All of our coaches brings this energy. Even when we're tired, we summon that energy because you can summon for service. And that's how you achieve a vision. You want to summon for the service of that vision. I summon the best out of myself. I summon better decisions for myself. I summon better health for myself. I take supplements and pills and things that I'd like, I'm like, oh, okay, I make sure I take my green tea at 1:30 in the afternoon. I have a little green tea at 1:31 in the afternoon. That powers me through the rest of the whole day because I'm a lightweight on caffeine, for those who don't know. But it's just, you got to discipline yourself for other people. And because I'm here to tell you, there's another level of health and wellness and energy that everybody can experience that literally is 10 times better than you thought it was. It's like a 10 times better mood, a 10 times better focus. Imagine if you just had more mental energy just for like 4 more hours a day. Meaning you didn't have those real dips where you felt like, I'm so tired, so you swiped through things that weren't, helpful or motivating or personally empowering to you. If you just think about 4 more hours of mental clarity a day, man, when you got that, it's a game changer. So I know I'm going way off on this, and you want to read some things.
4 more hours of joy or of feeling the day, right?
Presence, energy, emotion.
Easy. Yeah, it's so easy to numb out for 4 hours. It's so easy to, you know what I mean? Literally scroll Instagram for 4 hours. It's so all the things, right?
And here's what I want to tell everyone. When you do that, it's not because you're lazy. It's because you are tired. You're tired. The tiring, think of it, tired is a trigger. Tired is a trigger. When you're tired, you have a pattern in which now you want to like consume more. When you're tired, you just want to sit back and scroll and not have to do things. And it's not because you don't have dreams or because your money, is solved for life. It's because you're tired. Yeah. And so when you get your health in order, and everybody can do it, it's 4 more hours of joy, 4 more hours of emotion, 4 more hours of presence, 4 more hours of mindfulness, 4 more hours of creativity. And we're not adding 4 hours of work to you. We're giving you zest every hour. When you have zest on the hour because you took care of yourself the last 3 days, it feels different. So I know this is a big thing. People are commenting all over here, Jamie, and I'm watching Facebook about sleep super fast on the sleep thing, about the 3-day average. Really think about that. So if you missed a night or the night didn't turn out well asleep, get that nap in or that meditation the next day. Catch up some of those minutes. 10 minutes here, 20 minutes there if you can, of meditation to reset the mind, or sleep, like a nap, to try to catch up. I mean, new moms know all this, right? So it's like you got to sneak in those naps. But people forget that when they're, high achieving entrepreneurs, they're like, I don't need that. No, you need to catch up on sleep too. Everybody needs to do it. So,
and especially when it's your own business or your own dream or your own book or your own course, or you're a coach, or when it's your own thing, it's really hard to not keep driving yourself 24/7 because you're not clocking in and clocking out. Like it's, and it never stops. Right. So, but
you have to make it stop.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the key. You have to make it stop. So that you have, that's what we call the pit stop, right? You need the pit stops in the day or at the night. Like last night, I'll give you an example. I have this huge to-do list right now, like huge. I was like, okay, it's 8:30 at night. It's 8:30. I'm either going to work inefficiently for the next hour and a half. And most of you know I'm a night owl, so I'll stay up till 2 o'clock working on stuff. I'm a creative person at night. And because I have so much energy, I just keep going. No, I have to go, okay, I need to be amazing on a bunch of projects that's happening over these next 5 days. I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to make it stop. The to-do list for you don't stop. You stop to recharge, to refuel. So the next day you can feel the day and feel the energy and do well. Because if it's always a never-ending to-do list and it's always a slog, what are we doing?
Yeah. And I think that's powerful. And I think it really is a new movement starting, because I think for a long time, people got the message of, oh, just drive harder, sleep less, pack more in a day. Here's how to opt, like, you know what I mean? And it's the wrong message. And so I think it's a new movement. All week on Growth Day, when we've been talking about Vision Week, and I mentioned that I'm going to talk about this whole idea of labels we put on ourselves, but it's going to take a few minutes. So I'm going to hold it, Brendon, if that's okay, for Monday, because it's going to be like a big thing. Because I just think that there's, and since I brought it up yesterday, so many of you have been DMing saying like, oh, when I was growing up, I was told in my family, I wasn't the smart one, I was the athletic one, or I was like all these labels. And then we carry them through our lives, and they can, or somebody could have been in high school. It could have been in our job in our 30s or 40s. It could have been a boss. It could have been a teacher. Somebody said something that took root and became this label. And how do you free yourself of that? How do you actually become aware of those labels we're still carrying and remove them if you need to? Or as Brendon mentioned, switch the meaning you have for them so that they help you get to your vision. I have so much to share about that. And I was telling Brendon, I actually wrote a whole story about that in my book, about a big lesson I learned on how do we remove those labels, and how do we know that where we come from does not determine where we're going, or what someone else said about us doesn't mean that's the truth, right? It's like, it's like our life isn't about what other people, say we are. It's who we believe we are. It's what God says about us. And so I have a whole thing. So I'm going to save that for Monday, but I want to tell you something I forgot to share with you this morning. That officially now, it's all officially done. So I can share this news, which I'm excited about, is for my book, Believe It, right? So here it is.
Comes out next month. Make sure you pre-order. You have to pre-order, guys. Believe It by Jamie Kern Lima comes out this next month. So please take advantage.
Well, and I learned, and other authors will appreciate this. I didn't know this. I did not know this ahead of time, that when people pre-order, it actually helps the author a ton, because it's like a signal to retailers that, oh, there's interest in the book, you should carry
Order
it.
more.
Order
Yes.
more. Yeah. So there's a bunch of free gifts. I wrote a 95-page, never done this before. I wrote a 95-page action plan that helps you implement all the lessons from the book into your real life. And did a course around it, and you get all of it for free if you pre-order. So that's all on believeit.com. But anyways, officially now, I'm so excited about this, because this just—
You guys didn't catch that? It's believeit.com. Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
all the free stuff there. And, it's just, I didn't know this before, right? First time author, but it's a big deal when people pre-order. It helps the author so much. But I officially now can say this, and I'm so excited, because this is the stuff that drives me. Not just 100% of the proceeds, but 100% of the author royalties from the book, donating to two charities, to Feeding America and to Together Rising, which I'm so excited about now, because like these things, when I know, first of all, I hope that the book is bigger than myself. Like, I wrote this praying that everything I've ever gone through can help everyone else go from not believing themselves to believing in themselves. Because that was my journey, right? It was a girl who went from not believing in herself to like figuring out how to, and it's sharing all of those lessons in there. So I hope it's of service in that way. But now knowing that not just 100% of
give her a round of applause.
all the
It's so few people will donate anything to anything, but let alone an entire book and promotion at the size she's doing. Y'all, I hope you will support it at believeit.com. Congratulations, Jamie. That's huge.
I'm fired up. And the last fun thing, I'll share this just with our morning growth show group, because we're like one family. This is little and it's exciting, is that today's Oprah's birthday, and we were texting back and forth this morning, and just texting her, still I freak out. I still freak out. Just texting her, I freak out. And when she writes back and I see the 3 dots on the screen, I screenshot it. I still freak out.
Yeah, you're just sitting there waiting. You're sitting there waiting.
Yeah. And then I think it's like, so it was just fun. And when I was a Denny's waitress, could I have ever imagined I'd be texting, right? And everything we go through in life, like our circumstances. Leah Valencia Key, what is this quote? She says, our predicament doesn't determine our future. She's on this right now. I just saw her.
Hi, Leah.
Hi, Leah. Good morning. She always says that.
Happy day. Happy birthday, Oprah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, we love her so much. We've both been so blessed to be in her presence and learn from her. And for those who have never seen it, by the way, search Oprah's Stanford speech. It's like an hour and a half. It's just genius for her wisdom. It's so good, so good, so good. You can find it on YouTube for free, everybody. I hope you'll support Jamie's book, because now you know it's supporting charity. Go to believeit.com. For those who love this and who want all of our tactical training, but also just actual training and coaching from Jamie and I, and 10 other personal development leaders, teachers, gurus, people who really know the expertise of how to improve your life, go to GrowthDay.com. That's GrowthDay.com. We built a worldwide community of people who actually care about personal development, who actually care about it and who actually engage in it. And we go live for you every single week with our coaches, different coaches, to help improve your life, take your questions, and most importantly, you all know this, keep you consistent in your personal growth journey. Consistency is everything. You need community for that. You need experts for that. You need support for that. GrowthDay.com. That's it for today, everybody. Thank you. We hope you have an awesome, awesome weekend. Jamie, any parting thoughts for our friends?
Parting thoughts are just about Growth Day really fast. Like, I just am so excited because so many of your coaches are the top people in the world that you used to have to travel. The only way to hear them is like to travel to an event somewhere, pay a ton of money, and they're live inside Growth Day. Like, I'm so excited about it because it's like, you know, for me, I mean, I've had a lot of people say they dork out. They're using your words, Brendon. They dork out on our morning show.
A movement of people saying, I dork out all the time. Just like Brendon. Okay.
They think that they're the only person in their family that loves personal growth or personal development. But for me, I've loved it for decades, right? And so I know some of these coaches, the only way I've ever been able to hear them in the past few decades is to pay a ton of money somehow. I used to save my Denny's tip money as a waitress, right? To like, but and go to an event somewhere and then be in the audience, pay a bunch of money. And it's like, oh my gosh, what you're doing. And they're not just there, they're live. I think it's so revolutionary. And the thing that excites me most is it's going to serve so many people who wouldn't otherwise be able to travel to an event or pay $3,000 to get in the door or any of those things. And so it's just,
or pay for everybody else's programs and courses that, you know, we're bringing together that would cost literally not hundreds, it would cost tens of thousands of dollars to buy all of these people's wisdoms and courses and books and all year. And you get them for less than $1 a day, growthday.com. I know we got to hop off. Everybody, have an awesome weekend. Please remember, I'm going to start saying this, I think, at the end. I'm just going to start saying and reminding everybody, it's like, you guys are, you're just stronger than you think. The future still holds good things for you. Every day you can start over. Every day you can try new things. Every day you can change. Every day, it's a great day to grow. Go to growthday.com. Thank you, everybody. This can be your day for personal growth. This can be that day you committed to and you remember and you go, that was a day I got myself a community. I got better coaches. I committed to making my life the absolute best that I could. This is that day. Make today your growth day. Click the button on this page and sign up right now.